Illuminati trying to read my mind with an eagle eye. And the haze got me thinking why we killed Osama and plenty innocent people died.
What is the Illuminati? Like, if you could break down what it is that we're actually talking about when we say Illuminati.
It's a group that was formed like in the 1700s, something like that, 1600s. This dude named Adam Weishaupt.
The Illuminati at the top of the pyramid is the all-seeing eye. At the bottom are the unthinking, hardworking, law-abiding, tax-paying, God-fearing debt slaves called the Goyim, or sheep. Giuseppe Mazzini of Italy was a 33rd degree Mason who replaced Adam Weishaupt as head of the Illuminati in 1834.
There was a rapper named Prodigy who began speaking out about the Illuminati. He basically said, I have this platform and I want to use my platform for good to wake up the masses to what's really going on in society. And so
Joey Badass, and I'm in the Masonic Temple.
Alright, y'all, we back with it. So today we got Capital Steez, right? Pro Era, Joey Badass, and the rest of those cats. Salute to them, no disrespect to them, right? But I'm seeing a pattern. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one seeing this pattern with people like Capital Steez passing away, and the runner-up for the star to be became Joey Badass. Then the whole Pro Era conglomerate dismantled, right? But this seems very familiar to me. Just like when ASAP Yams passed away, it no longer was about ASAP Mob. It became about individuality. ASAP Rocky, ASAP Ferg, right? So I could be reaching, or maybe I'm just wondering, why does this seem so similar? Two different groups, one's from Harlem, one's from Brooklyn. But it seemed like once the glue of the situation is no longer in the picture, like ASAP Yams or Capital Steez, and from me doing my research on Capital Steez, he clearly was that dude that was carrying the group or bringing them those viral moments to make the public want to really rock with them, because he just had that vibe. And it's hard for me to even believe that Capital Steez was 19 years old, because he just seemed like an older cat the way he was rapping. I guess he just dove back into the 90s so much that he just embodied it, right? But even his energy, he really reminds me of Prodigy. Not the way he raps, but just the type of subject matters that he wants to talk about. And he knows, because in an interview, he said he's rapping about shit that he know he ain't supposed to be rapping about, especially when you're trying to attract a mainstream crowd.
I realized that I wasn't doing that was crazy. I realized that it's the system that was built against me, you know? And like, I'm not supposed to be talking about this. And that's the corruption of it, because like, me just saying it is absurd. And I want people to open up their eyes and realize that I'm not wrong, you know? I'm just an open-minded individual, and people should be more open-minded. Mm-hmm. That's all.
Yeah. And that's what really got even Prodigy jammed up. He started to be very vocal about certain situations that, you know, you ain't supposed to be that vocal about, especially when you got so much attention on you. And the powers to be can make those calls and make certain situations happen to you, especially if you got a vice, as far as if you smoking or you drinking or you do this or you do that. They got certain ways to come and get you. Boom. He's no longer here. Choked on an egg. But Capital Steez passing away. When Capital Steez was rapping amongst the group of Pro Era, Joey Badass didn't really stand out to me. He was like a background cat. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people feel like that. He was just a dude in the background. But once Capital Steez passed away, he was pushed to the forefront. And then the first time I heard Joey Badass was on, I think when he called up Hot 97 back in the day, I didn't even know nothing about Capital Steez back then. I wasn't in that loop. Once Capital Steez passed, Joey Badass was able to really take that energy from Steez and embody everything that he stood for. And I'm just now learning that both Joey Badass and Capital Steez was really trying to be down with the occult. And
oh, voodoo is a bad thing, voodoo is evil, but the word voodoo alone means spirit. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't know that. And it's like once like that alone shifted my whole perspective on it. It's like, oh wow, it means spirit. I'm a spiritual person. You know what I'm saying? So like I started diving into it, and it's like,
just like ASAP Mob, how they try to find a way in the industry so bad that they even go as far as start to try to get into sorcery and that type of stuff to try to see how they could cultivate their way into the industry. And a lot of people don't even understand, when you start to like tap into those spiritual realms, you don't even know what you playing with, who you playing with, what type of entity that you dealing with, that's going to give you this success, but at a price that you can't even afford to pay. These guys don't even know the demons that they was playing with. We had Joey Badass talking about, yeah, he in a Masonic temple and all that. We saw ASAP and the whole ASAP mob, including Yams, standing in a pentagram. So it's like, could you even feel bad for some of these guys that go so far as to try to tap in with the other side just to achieve that fame and that success? Could you feel bad? Should you feel bad? Because clearly y'all was willing to sell y'all souls because y'all was tapping into a realm that you don't have nothing, you don't know nothing about it. But because I know we all come from poverty. 90% of us or 95% of us is still in poverty, trying to figure this shit out. But it's a lot of us that won't go that way to go play with the dark magic and do this and do that, because we all know there's a price to pay when you achieve certain success unnaturally. You didn't just go get it and grind. You did some shit. You put some concoctions together. You mixing some shit. You saying some words that you don't really understand. And it's just weird to me that Capital Steez died. The whole pro era dismantled. ASAP Yams died. Whole ASAP mob goes. And those are the two brains of those two different situations. And I'm not saying nobody sacrificed anyone. I'm just saying, what is the coincidence of the brains of both those situations passing away untimely? And then these two guys, A$AP Rocky and Joey Badass, being propelled to major stardom, not just regular stardom. These guys been on for a while, and they keep a certain level of success, or seem to be a certain level of success in the industry, to where they're held at a high regard. I don't know. Make it make sense to me. Talk to me in the comments. Let me know. Like and subscribe, man. The Informant. We out.